Okay, today we're going to take a look at some of the language of play, what's happening in play. And it's not really a secret language, so that's a term that might be a little bit misleading, but it's one that's undiscovered or unknown for a lot of us. But you can know it. If you know what you're looking for and you practice paying attention, there's a lot of things you can find out about really just anybody that's willing to play. So one of the things that I've noticed is with kids, when they're playing, we've talked in a previous video about how they'll show what they're processing, what their worldview is, what their experiences are, what they're learning, and and that's great because it's a really fast and clear and direct way to see what's going on for that child. Sometimes in the ways that they play, it can be more metaphorical and you have to read into it a little bit more or see more examples of it to kind of get an idea. Um, so I've said before, sometimes kids will play things that are very, very direct. Maybe they were in a car accident and they literally will take cars and crash them together and reenact that accident. But sometimes it has kind of more layers to it. And I think it's just kind of genius the stuff that kids will come up with and then ways that they'll show you about themselves. So I'm just going to show you a few examples just to give you an idea how this might be. So in general, when you're looking at kids play, let me just grab a couple things. Let's say I'm just grabbing a few family figures here, and here's all kinds of people. um, so let's say these people are all getting together and they're going to have some kind of dinner. Okay, maybe they're having a dinner party. So one of the things that I'm going to be looking for as these people are together, I'm wondering what kind of needs come up, and what do those needs say about the person? Are they getting their needs met? So let's say these are the ones that seem older to me, and these are the ones that seem a little younger to me. So let's say that in this story that a child's playing, these are the ones that are making dinner, and these are the ones that are being served. And that could mean a lot of things. It could mean that these are just very nice and kind. It could mean that these are very passive and helpless. It could mean that these are engaging in power and control kind of dynamics and they need to be in charge. It just so many things are possible. So you have to watch some of these things over time to see if there's a consistent pattern. But for example, say these are bringing food and they bring it to these, and these get their needs met and these get their needs met, and everybody's happy and it resolves really well. Well, that's one kind of story. And that's one kind of experience and one kind of feeling. Or let's say these are bringing dinner to these, and these get very angry. Why did you even get in the kitchen? You shouldn't even be in there. That's another kind of story. So it just depends a lot on what things you see them doing consistently over time. What's the pattern? How does it resolve? What's the context? Here's one that comes up that I just think is so interesting, and you just wouldn't know it by seeing it instantly. It just takes time to sit with. So here's a toy cash register. Lots of kids like to play with the cash register. I have found that a lot of times when kids play with these, sometimes it can be kind of a power and control sort of a dynamic. They like to push the buttons and control what happens here. You can open this drawer up, and that's kind of fun. Some kids will actually push this and make the drawer open, and they'll get startled, and they'll kind of startle themselves over and over. And they may just be exposing themselves to a stressor that they can handle to sort of build up that muscle, to build up resistance and resilience against stressors. But more often what I found is kids will use the cash register for a way to have some power or some control. So they'll be in charge of a store, and they'll be saying, here's your credit card, you're gonna be the one paying, or here's the money you can spend, and you're gonna be the one paying, and I'm in control of all the money here, and I'm in control of the store, and anything you want, you've got to go through me. which is kind of genius. So they put themselves in this place where they're in charge of it. They're controlling access to resources. They're controlling the money, and they're even controlling how much they're relating to you, um, how much they want to interact. So maybe they don't want to interact, and they're just going to punch the buttons, and they're going to let you wait there, or maybe they want to talk to you and explain the store to you. So they're regulating, they're literally controlling how much relationship they're having, and the cash register becomes their buffer zone. I think that's just genius. I think that's really interesting. But I've noticed that a lot. There's lots of kinds of play. And all I'm saying is that when you're at home, if you're watching your own kids play, just pay attention. What's the feeling that you get when you're with them playing? Or what kind of things do you notice that are patterns? How do things come up? How do they get resolved? What are the needs that are being expressed? Do those needs get met, or do they go unmet? How does the arc of the story usually go? How does it end? How does it resolve? Are people in danger? Are they getting rescued? Is it tense? So most of the time, whatever feelings you're picking up on from them are the feelings that they're having. So if they're playing something that feels tense, probably they're feeling tense about something, and they're processing it. They're working through that. So at any rate, take this at home. You can try doing some of the labeling stuff that I've talked about, just to notice things. Hey, it looks like you feel powerful when you use that cash register. Hey, I wonder if for you it's nice to have control of all the money. Anyway, you can try this out in lots of ways, but just wanted to give you a little bit of a crack open into what can be happening in play and things that you might not immediately recognize. So have fun, enjoy watching kids play, enjoy learning about them as you watch them play, and hope to see you soon. Take care.